Well, at least I can admit that this was a better chapter than any time before. Yes, nothing really happened except the dinning being finished. Judgment Day will begin now. Or maybe not now. The only problem is we won't find out who is gonna win for a very long time, because let's not forget we're soon getting close to Golden Week. And if I know manga authors good enough, we're probably gonna enter the Golden Week just as Soma is gonna serve his. Or at least Soma's gonna do whatever it is. Regardless, it doesn't change that this wasn't a bad chapter unlike the others. It wasn't amazing, but to be honest, I haven't felt an amazing chapter from it for a very long time. But that is just me. The Shokugeki no Soma chapter 307. And basically this chapter means that everyone is finished. As the many judges see how Asashi performs, they of course wonders how he's ever gonna catch up. But Soma, yes, carefully begins to plan. As Asashi still taunts him, suddenly Soma realizes how he's gonna make a dish with all the 5 great cuisines. Of course, Asashi's entourage just laughed at that, saying that combining all those 5 dishes is completely impossible. And I just want to punch them in the head, not only for their arrogance, but also because, says the guys who follow a man who somehow can use dishes with only copying other people. That is the real impossibility. Soma has an experience. Of course, they say it all is that he will lose without completing this dish. Of course, even Asashi taunts him. However, what makes this chapter a little bit more satisfying that despite all the taunting by Asashi, Soma doesn't change his face into anger, but merely his game face, and says that possibility lies at the edge of failure. Only by doing what no one else would ever think to am I gonna fulfill this order. And that is what makes this chapter a little bit better, because that is how Soma always has been. Yes, he has shown anger many times before, but mostly just tranquil fury. And when Soma is on the game, he is on the game. He shows his game face. Of course, the elderly man always wonders, but what also makes this chapter very satisfying is that his friends actually points out that he could actually do it. Yes, they are all panicking over Asashi as well, but again, as I said before, what made me go into Shokugeki no Soma once upon a time was always the way that's how Soma could break the boundaries. Yes, my favorite character was Megumi, and yes, this manga authors had wasted her character completely, but it's Shonen Jump, they always waste female characters, but more of the fact that how he promised her to be, and I have not forgiven them for that. But I also like the ecchi, after all, seeing so many delicious and beautiful women is so welcoming. But that's beside the point. What I'm saying is that his friends have seen what he has done. And they all point out that he may be trying to catch smoke in his hands, but Soma has always been to do whatever it takes to make the customers happy. And if he can make this plan succeed, he very well can do it. So they all believe in him. And then finally, as Irina is still in her heroic VSOD, suddenly her grandfather appears before her and actually says to her that cross knife may be a powerful skill. However, he still puts faith in practice. I mean, one can always say that Simon is a complex character. He is strict and he only looks for those that with talent. Yet at the same time it's revealed it's not exactly likely that he is looking for people with talent. No, he's looking for people that is willing to break their limits to become talented. That it seems. Because let's face it, real life is difficult. We never want to give it us all. I don't want to give it my all, and therefore we fail. So the fact that he is saying that cross knife is a powerful technique, but it's nothing against practicing in order to make yourself better. And I agree with that. I said it before. Cross knife has a weakness, and that weakness is the concentration of just channeling others, not yourself. And the fact that that actually creates a little response in arena, and the fact that Soma begins to cook with very blistering speed is very nice. He is charging forward with blistering speed as he remembers all the opponents he has faced and also those who has begun together. Asashi of course finishes this first and looks kind of exhausted, once again implying that the cross knife has one other weakness: the concentration. Think about it. If he's gonna keep on cooking like that always, there's no way he can hold up that kind of concentration. And so, but Soma keeps on cooking and saying that he's not gonna let up for even one moment. But it's during this that reminds him of the old days, especially the old day when he was in Shimoina's kitchen, and where the chefs always told him to do that and that and that. And most of all remembers his master saying that any idiot that slows me down will be booted out the door. So, and for the future, a future with a few seconds away, the moment is instance, and therefore he does the best work. And with that he finishes, much to the surprise of everyone. Even Asashi, who for the first time ever, while still having that smug look on his disgusting face, also looks a little bit shocked. Their dishes are finished, and now for the tasting. So the judgment day begins next time. But as I said before, we are soon entering Golden Week. I don't know when Golden Week is, I always forget. Last time I heard in 2 weeks, so does that mean that we'll get chapters next week, but we won't get a chapter the week after? So we shouldn't anticipate Soma's dish being tasted next week. I mean, if they taste both dishes at the same time, then they're really gonna put the despair into us. Cause who is gonna win? Soma must win, because I'm tired of seeing Asashi's disgusting face all over these manga panels. But there is always that fear that there's gonna be a draw. And let me just tell you, if it is a draw, well, then do not expect me to review the Arena Asashi and Soma fight until I have seen the winner. Unless, of course, the chapter is worthy of that. But yeah, except this chapter wasn't a bad chapter as the others before it. It felt a little more convincing, as well as proved what Shokugeki no Soma always been about. Arrogant people that get their jaw dropped when they see the power of the show of Soma. But you give me your thoughts if you have any.